welcome back to my channel. My name is Jenny. This is Jenny Reads Maybe, where maybe I read or maybe I don't. So for today's video, I know I did a TBR last week for the month of June, but I wanted to do a really specific TBR for this video, and that is my NetGalley TBR. Now, I have toned down my NetGalley scrolling. I get trapped in a web when I go on NetGalley a lot of the times, where I'm just requesting and requesting, and then I end up with a ton of books and just not enough time to get to them. So this year I've been really intentional about only requesting books that A, are either super anticipated reads for me, or B, are books that I know I'm going to want to get to. So currently I have 10 books on my NetGalley TBR. I'm hoping that I'm gonna get a couple more in the coming weeks. I requested a couple the other day. Now, I believe my NetGalley percentage of ARC reviews is currently at like a 61%, which is high for me. It previously was in like the 20s. I've spent a lot of time in the last couple months like catching up and just reading the books that I request. So to start, I have my iPad down here with my NetGalley picks pulled up. So I'm going to start. My first one that I'll start with that is due the soonest is actually Mortal Follies by Alexis Hall. I do have a physical copy of this. It was out in the world a little bit early and I just had to snatch it because A, it was gorgeous, and B, the paperback was so floppy and beautiful when I like picked it up. So that is a sapphic romantasy book. One of the main characters is cursed and the other is a suspect, but is going to help her get the curse kind of figured out. That is my first book, and the review is due on, or like it comes out on June 6th. I try to have the reviews up the same day as release. This one I'm going to be a little bit late because I want to listen to the audio. I think it'll make it easier to get through. It's just kind of like rough for me right now because it is like fantasy heavy. My next one is Sammy Espinoza's Last Review by Taylor K. Mejia. And I love Taylor's middle grade series, Paula Santiago. And when I saw that they were putting out an adult romance, I had a snatch. I had to get on the list, and thankfully I was approved for this. And I don't know much. I believe she's a music reviewer and is going to fall in love with somebody, obviously, but that's about all I know. That comes out on the 18th of July. Thankfully, that'll give me a lot of time to read it. It is the beginning of June right now. Next is In the Case of Heartbreak by Courtney K. I, first of all, love Courtney K. I have met her. They're just like the sweetest person. I read an arc last year of In the Event of Love. It was a sapphic Christmas romance, and In the Case of Heartbreak is the follow-up to that from one of the girl's brothers and his best friend. And so it's an MM romance. It's going to be super cute and fluffy. I'm really excited to get to it. And I just love Courtney K. And that is due on the 25th of July, or that comes out on the 25th of July, which happens to be my birthday. So I'm very excited to read that one. Next is The Deja Glitch by Holly James. Now, to be honest, I don't remember why I requested this one. It must have been the cover, and then when I see a cute cover and I read the summary and it sounds good, like, I'm going to pick it up, obviously. And so I literally could tell you nothing about this book, but it comes out on the 1st of August. Next is New Adult by Timothy Janowski. Now, I have, you could see them up here, I have Timothy's previous 2 books. I loved. Oh my gosh. You're a Mean One, Matthew Prince. It was like a favorite of all time last year. And when he announced this new book, I knew I had to pick it up. because a cute romance, it's probably MM, and there's probably ace representation, so I'm excited to get to that one. Next, actually, before I move on, the release date for that is the 15th of August. Next is Rent to Be by Sonia Hartle. Another one that I just kind of found and it looked cute, and I believe they're going to move in together, and it's like a forced proximity roommates thing. So I am excited to get to that one. It comes out also on the 15th of August, so I'm excited. Next is Curve for Days by Laura Moore, and this one was a complete cover pick. It was a cover pick, and also I believe it's published by the same company and publishing company that is doing New Adult, so I picked it up. I fell in love with the cover. First of all, beautiful plus size woman falling in love. I'm there. So that comes out on the 22nd of August, and I'm pumped. I'm pumped to read this and review it. Next is a book I genuinely screamed about when I got approved. Now, that book is Better Hate Than Never by Chloe Leese. Now, I was approved for the first book, and I read it and reviewed it, loved it, 5 stars. Everything Chloe Leese writes is getting a 5 stars for me. So obviously I went on to request this, and when I got approved, I was super excited because I obviously love Chloe Leese, and this book is going to be just so cute. It's like, I don't think enemies to lovers, but hate to love, and I believe it's with one of the sisters, obviously, because it's the Wilmot Sisters series, but it's a guy who's back in town, I believe, and like they just hate each other. And I know that Chloe Leese is going to just amaze me with this one. Next is For Never and Always by Helena Greer. Now, I read the first book in this kind of standalone series last year around Christmas time, because it was a Christmas romance and it was a sapphic Christmas romance. This one I am also really excited about. It's on Read now, or it was when I picked it up. It might still be on there if you check. And I had to pick it up because this is so well set up from the first book. It is about one of the friends of the 2 people who fall in love in the first book, and it is like a second chance romance, I believe, and she and the like guy she's gonna fall in love with, like, they both hate each other now after everything and all the like stuff they've gone through, and they're gonna fall in love, and I'm assuming it's going to be cute, and it's gonna be at the Christmas tree farm, and it's just gonna be so sweet. And so I'm excited to get to that. That comes out on the 28th of November, and because I didn't mention it, the Chloe Leese book comes out on the 10th of October. Now, my last book on this list is the only YA book, but that is Gwen and Art Are Not in Love by Lex Croucher. And this, I haven't heard a lot about, and I'm trying to keep it that way. All I know is that it is a retelling of King Arthur and Guinevere, but it's queer, and that's how they had me. That got me. I'm invested. And it comes out on the 28th of November as well, and I'm excited to get to all of these. Obviously, as I've said, I hope that they're fun, that they're good. I am anticipating a lot of them, and the ones that I'm maybe not anticipating, they look really good. So that's it for today. I hope you'll stick around. If you would like, leave a comment down below about maybe an arc or a TBR, like a book on your TBR if you don't have any arcs on NetGalley. And if you can't think of anything, you can leave a pink heart emoji, because the cover of Gwen and Art Are Not in Love is like, the background is pink, and I just think it's really cute. So that is it for today. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a like down below. I will see you guys later.
Living life, every day, late at night, not okay. All I want, and I pray, all I need are some better days.